Anyway, confirmation bias, the tendency to favour information that supports your thoughts, beliefs and values. Technically, we're going deeper into the psyche here. Well, we're not really, because I'm not a psychologist, but I'm going to give you the basics, the basic crux of confirmation bias. All right, so we all have biases. However, being aware of your confirmation bias or being aware of your biases when you're doing some research into something is very, very helpful, because it can, if we're aware of it, it can let us, you'll just understand why when I explain it. All right, so I'm going to try and give you a couple of examples. So just say, for example, right, I have a glass of wine every night, a glass of red wine every night, right, and sometimes I have a couple. So I'm stressed out when I put in my work because my job's that bad, that when I come home, I sit on the sofa and I whack up my bottle of wine, right, and have a couple of glasses of wine, right, but I know that I really shouldn't be doing this because it's way above, I'm drinking way more than the government guidelines and I'm not sleeping properly, and while it blocks out the struggles that, or what's going on in my head at the time, it makes me feel like shit the next morning, but I just can't stop it. All right, so it would be good if there was justification for me to do that, and then I wouldn't have to change my shitty habits. So I read somewhere that drinking a couple of glasses of wine a night will give you less chance of having dementia. Right, so I went away and googled that, and lo and behold, that's exactly what Dr. Google says, that if you have 1 to 2 glasses of wine every night, you are less likely to develop dementia than somebody that doesn't drink. Right, now obviously we know that this is pish, right, but this is what confirmation bias is. So for every, if I googled that, right, for every article that says yes, this is correct, there will be another article that says no, this is a pile of shite. However, because of my confirmation bias, I will actively look for the articles that tell me that I am right, so that I don't have to change my shitty habits. And I will actively ignore the articles that tell me that I am wrong. So confirmation bias, right? I'll give you another example. It doesn't have to be Google, by the way. It can be Instagram or whatever. I'll give you another example. So the menopause, right? I've hit the menopause and I've whacked on 2 stone of weight. Right, so surely that must be, I read an article once that must be, it's just the menopause, it's the hormones, that's exactly what happens to us, right? It's not our fault, there's nothing we can do about it. Every woman that hits the menopause packs on 2 stone. And like I said, nothing I can do about it. It's just my hormones and it's just what happens. So I can be all safe and cosy in the knowledge that I'm just going to get fat and pack on 2 stone. So if I Google that, again, you will absolutely, you should try this, by the way. You should just pick some in, because honestly, Google will tell you anything. So yes, it is true, in fact, the menopause, and it's just my hormones. There's nothing I can do about it, so I can just be all comfortable and sit on the sofa. However, for every piece of information that tells me that that is true, there will be another piece of information that tells me that's not true, right? We all know it's not true, all right? However, this is why sometimes when we make up our mind about something and then we go away and do some research on it, that lo and behold, there's all this information out there that backs up our theory, and we're left wondering why the fuck it took us so long to actually make this decision, right? When it's not. You need to try and be objective. So I just want you to be aware of this, all right? And it's relevant to anything that you're looking at. Nothing to do with fat loss, nothing to do with midlife health. If you were deciding what kind of car to get and you decided that, I don't know, you heard something on the news that Mini Cooper has the most safety features and will keep you the safest, right? You go away and Google that, that's exactly what the internet will tell you, right? But it'll also tell you that that's not true, but you'll ignore those articles and you'll lean towards the articles that you want to confirm what you're already thinking. Human nature. Alright, anyway, just be aware of it, and if you want to chat about it, give us a shout. Bye!